Hi, y'all. My name's Casey, and I'm here to talk to you today about why I love it when our realities stop matching our expectations. As the first presenter of this first ever Good News Summit, which we're going to take 5 seconds of my 5 minutes to acknowledge, again, how incredible this is. Thanks. This is really amazing. And I may or may not be the person that you expected to see talking to you today. And when I tell you that I'm going to talk about financing loans for small businesses, you might be even more surprised because I'm probably not the image of the person that comes to your head when you think about lending, borrowing, finances, and all of that. And that's why I love my job, because every day that I do it, I'm changing perceptions about the economy, and so is Kiva. So how many people have already heard of Kiva before? Yes. Okay, that's awesome because Kiva's kind of this mind-blowing thing to have to explain, and they're only going to give me 5 minutes to do it. So basically, we are a tech nonprofit. We've taken lending and crowdfunding, and we've combined them together so that any business can get access to a loan up to $10,000, and any person can become a lender to that business at just $25 a piece. Oprah Winfrey once said, Kiva is a simple concept that can change a person's life. And while I am totally team Oprah, and I agree that Kiva is life-changing, it's not that simple. So let me break it down a little bit. When you look at statistics surrounding loans made to small businesses, you see things like of the $2.7 billion lent by the SBA in 2017, only 32% of that went to minority-owned businesses, and only 15% went to female-owned businesses. Y'all, I don't need a PhD in finance to know that this is a problem. And it's a problem because you need money to fund your business. And if we only give money to certain people and not to others, then those other people miss out on the ability to fund their dreams. And we miss out on incredible businesses like Cisco, In-N-Out Burger, Bumble, Build-A-Bear Workshop, Edible Arrangements, Spanx, 5 Hour Energy, Proactive, Pepperidge Farm, BET, Chesapeake Bay Candle, Angie's List, and the list goes on. On Kiva, when we take that power out of the hands of a few and we put it into the hands of all, where anybody can take their $25 and contribute it towards a business creating from nothing to something, we see these numbers start to change. Since 2005, Kiva has funded $1.09 billion in loans to 2.7 million borrowers worldwide. 81% of our loans go to female-owned businesses, and 65% of our national loans go to minority-owned businesses. And that's been done with the help of 1.7 million lenders worldwide. People just like you who decided to do more with their $25. As a lender on Kiva, you do get your money paid back to you, which means that you can use the same $25 to support one business and then another and then another. You have infinite ability to create change as a lender on Kiva. And you may not think that you have the qualifications to be a business investor, but you do. Because think about this. Kiva is like the world's friendliest version of Shark Tank. Businesses that apply for loans on Kiva aren't just judged and ranked based on their finances. We look at the whole story of an entrepreneur, and we help them to tell that story on our site, where people are going every day looking for the next business that they can support. A $10,000 loan funded at $25 a piece would need 400 investors. And we believe that if that many people are willing to contribute their money towards a loan, then that business has the marketability, the drive, and the vision necessary to be successful. But just like anywhere else, not all of our businesses are successful. So I'm going to pause my good news for a second and tell you about a harsh reality. 90% of startups fail within the first year. Entrepreneurship is one of the hardest things that a person can do. You're literally having to go from 0 to 1. But when a person can do that, the economic benefit is enormous. And no one can really quantify the positive benefit of creating a business out of thin air, but all studies agree that it's a ton. And if we can make it 1% easier for these people, and that 1% leads them to create a stronger and more sustainable future, then we have stimulated huge economic change. And in Tulsa, Kiva's already doing that. And we're doing it for people like Carla, who immigrated with her family here from Ecuador and went through Kitchen 66, which is a food incubator, to get her licensing and training necessary to start her own restaurant. And with the help of a $10,000 loan from Kiva, she's actually going to be opening her storefront later this month. Yeah. We also did this for Joel, who used $5,000 to buy a 26-ton feed bin for his family's cattle ranch, and was actually the first loan in Oklahoma ever funded on Kiva back in 2015. So I said at the beginning of my talk that I love it when our realities stop matching our expectations. You might not believe that something as small as $25 or a $10,000 loan can change the landscape of a community, but it can and it has. And now you can be a part of it. Thank you.